14 years old. I want to climb the Everest.
6 months ago, Malawat Poorna had confidently declared that she had set her sights on the dream peak. That was when Mount Everest was still miles and miles away. At 6 a.m. on the 25th of May, after a 52-day expedition and walking the whole night towards her dream peak, the tribal girl, all of 13 years, 11 months, became the youngest girl to make it to the top of the world. The daughter of farm laborers from Telangana had created a world record.
I feel very proud and great, excited.
On this victorious mission, along with Poorna, was 18-year-old Anand, who, as this official website declares, became the first Dalit to reach the tallest peak, the summit of Mount Everest. The son of a cycle mechanic, Anand was a school dropout who worked on a farm in Khammam, one of the most backward districts. Luckily for Anand, his talent in sports and his father's dream that his son should escape the trap of poverty took Anand back to a government school.
Poverty is not a barrier to the poor. If you get chance, will self-prove.
8 months are efforts for training them in various phases, and as well as from the rock climbing school Bongir, where it is initiated startingly. So we have proved that people from such background, people from such schools can do anything if an opportunity is given.
Poorna and Anand took their first steps in mountain climbing just 8 months ago. They were among 20 students selected from nearly 2 lakh children studying in social welfare residential schools run by the government in erstwhile Andhra Pradesh. All of them children of farm laborers, rickshaw pullers, domestic help, auto rickshaw drivers, whose social and economic status was poor. Most of them first-generation schoolgoers.
Rappelling is one of the first steps that you learn in mountaineering. It is at this rock climbing school in Bongir in Nalgonda district that these amazing kids learned the first steps. The transformation that it has brought to their lives and to the life of, in fact, the entire community in terms of confidence boosting is quite a story.
It just started with some adventure training just to change their personality and give some confidence. We saw something amazing. These kids have some energy hidden in them. They started gaining more confidence and their entire personality changed. Then we realized that these guys really can do wonders.
Wonders they did.
Very good. Right, well done.
After a week at Nalgonda, the next step was a 20-day basic and advanced course at Darjeeling's Himalayan Mountaineering Institute, so far accomplished only by adults.
As soon as they saw these kids, they said, no, it's not possible to train these young kids. Perhaps they are not in a position to even reach the first camp. It took a lot of time to convince them by telling that we'll see till first camp. If they won't perform to your expectations, I'll take them back. But they amazed them, everybody. Not only they surprised me, they surprised everybody by reaching the first camp within the time. From there, actually, the journey started.
The tough terrain, altitude, snow and ice at minus 20 degrees they were exposed to for the first time was a huge challenge.
మేము దిగగానే చాలా చలి ఉండే అసలు మేము దాన్ని తట్టుకోలేక కాళ్ళు మాత్రం నడవడానికి కూడా రాలేదు తెలుసా అసలు అక్కడైతే వాటరు ఇట్లా 5 minutesలో ఐస్ అయిపోతాయి 20 kgs బరువు తీసుకొని వెళ్ళాలి ట్రెక్కింగ్లో అసలు ఎంత అంటే కొంతమంది అయితే అక్కడ వాటర్ని ముట్టి ఏడ్చేసిండ్రు అసలు చాలా కూల్గా ఉండే వాటరు.
Displaying both physical and mental tenacity, they became the youngest group to conquer Rannoch Peak at 17,000 feet in the Kanchenjunga range. In less than 3 months, the boys and girls between 14 and 18 had acquired the confidence and skills it usually takes at least a few years to acquire. Giving up was not a choice they gave themselves.
Say Bharat Mata ki! HMI ki!
They are determined. They are like never give up. do or die kind of thing.
Scaling peaks in the Kanchenjunga in a record feat inspired the youngsters to stand tall and gave them the confidence that nothing was impossible.
ఇంత చిన్న ఏజ్లోనే ఇంత బాగా చేసిందంటే లైఫ్లో ఏదో ఒకటి సాధిస్తుందని చాలామంది చెప్పారు. మా డాడీ అయితే చాలా హ్యాపీగా ఫీల్, ఆనందానికి హద్దులు లేవు అసలు.
Poorna and Anand were finally selected for Operation Everest as they displayed the best mental and physical endurance and fitness and were driven by the determination to succeed. But climbing the world's highest peak was not going to be easy. The window for climbing Everest lasts till the 25th of May, after which the temperature gets warmer and the mountain more dangerous. In April, in the worst ever tragedy in the Himalayas, 16 people were killed in an avalanche that virtually closed the more popular Nepal route. So, it was decided the attempt would be made from the north instead, via China, a route that was even more difficult. It was a big risk. Considering the treacherous terrain and young age of the climbers, anything could happen.
We take a lot of precautions, like we have trained them properly, and then we have subjected them to multiple testings, and then we have found their we have tested their endurance and then toughness in various altitudes and then various temperatures. So it's not that we have really gone overboard to see that the children go to the top of Everest. We never had a world record in our mind, but that was only a sheer coincidence.
Even for the fittest and most experienced climbers, to tackle the dangerously steep sloping shale and ice is difficult. At the highest altitudes, there is very little oxygen, and no amount of training can prepare you for what you could encounter. Poorna says her most frightening moment was finding bodies hanging on the rope in what is called the death zone above 8,000 meters or 26,000 feet.
I saw dead bodies. That is only difficult in my climbing. When I saw dead bodies, I was scared. Oh my God. Now how to climb? I was scared.
For Poorna's parents, it had not been easy to give their signature of approval to what they then feared could even be a death warrant. But Poorna had been insistent.
భార్య అన్నది, అద్దు మనకు ఒకటే బిడ్డ ఎందుకు అని చెప్పింది. చెప్తే మా బుజ్జి ఏమన్నదంటే, మొత్తం మంది పోయినోళ్ళు బాధపడుతుర్రు, మనకు ఆకాశం వచ్చింది, దానికి మనం ఏదో ఒకటి చేయాలని ఒప్పుకున్నది. నేను కూడా సరే అన్నా.
My mother scared. You don't go. We don't want that Mount Everest climb. She says like that.
What did you tell her?
No, I want to go. Nothing will happen for me. Definitely I will come successfully back.
Poorna's mother Lakshmi says the enormity of what her daughter has achieved and also the dangers had dawned on her only after Poorna's return. Relatives and others have been pouring in to take a look at the girl who created a world record and made the village and community proud.
ఇప్పుడు మంచిగా సంతోషం ఉంది మేడం. నా బిడ్డ ఎంత ఊరు పేరు తెచ్చిందని మాకు చాలా సంతోషం ఉంది మేడం.
Poorna's brother Naresh, who's studying in a polytechnic, tells us even as a child Poorna loved riding the bicycle and climbing trees.
నేనైతే చదువుకోలే మేడం. ఈ పిల్లలకైనా మంచిగా చదవాలని నాకు కొంత ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉండే. ఆ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ని బట్టి మనకు భూమి జాగా ఎక్కువ లేదు కదా, మనది అయితే వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. ఇలా పరిస్థితి ఎట్లా మంచి చదువుకుంటే ఏదైనా ఒక జాబ్ వస్తే ఇలా ఇల్లు సెట్ అవుతుందని నాకు ఒక నమ్మకం ఉండే.
Locals are proud that Pakala, a remote tribal hamlet in Nizamabad district, from where even a primary health center is some 40 kilometers away, has earned a place in the world map because of Poorna's achievement.
పూర్ణ పాకాలుగా అందరికీ తెలిసిపోయింది. నేను కూడా ఈ పాఠశాల హెడ్ మాస్టర్ గా చేస్తున్నందుకు నాకు కూడా గర్వకారణంగా భావిస్తున్నాను.
Ever since Poorna's return from the summit, she has had a steady stream of visitors at her home here. Known and unknown relatives and others from villages, towns, districts nearby and also other states.
నేచర్ కాల్స్ ఎట్లా, ఎందుకంటే -50 degrees Celsius టెంపరేచర్ కదా.
క్యాంప్ వైజ్ గా
వాకీ టాకా లేకపోతే హమ్ రేడియో టైప్ అంతేనా?
That a leap of faith and confidence has catapulted a young tribal girl to the top of the world seems to have inspired like nothing else.
ఆకాశాన్ని అంటుకున్నటువంటి ఒక పర్వతాన్ని అధిరోహించింది అని అంటే, ఆడపిల్లలు అవకాశం ఇస్తే దేన్నైనా సాధించగలరు. ఎంతైనా ఎత్తుకు ఎదగగలరు అనేటటువంటి భావన ఈరోజు ప్రపంచానికే మా పూర్ణ కలిగించింది అనేటువంటి ఇది ఉంది. ఈ పూర్ణను ఆదర్శంగా తీసుకొని మేము టీచర్స్కి అందరం కూడా ఇవాళ ఎందుకు వచ్చామంటే ఆ పూర్ణ లాంటి పిల్లలు మా పాఠశాలలో ఎంతో మంది ఉన్నారు, కానీ వాళ్ళు బయటకు రాలేకపోతున్నారు.
At Poorna's residential school in Tadwai, some 50 kilometers from her home, the new achiever gets a well-deserved hero's welcome.
Poorna is our schoolmate, classmate and our friend. Before that, nobody know Tadwai. Now whole world know about Tadwai because the achievement of Poorna.
Poorna is achieve her goal reaching Mount Everest. But we can do everything in studies or in games.
Principal madam, PT madams,
Poorna, who teachers say was, till a few months ago, a very shy girl who couldn't speak before 5 people, now addresses the gathering, sharing her experiences and the learnings that have come with it.
ఎవరెస్ట్ ని ఎలాంటి కష్టాలు వచ్చినా ఎక్కాను. అలాగే పట్టుదలతో చదివి నేను ఐపీఎస్ కూడా అవుతాను నా లైఫ్ లో. థాంక్యూ.
There is one Mount Everest and as of now only one Poorna. But the whole exercise is meant to be not just an individual pursuit of excellence. What the architects are hoping is that this will become an inspiration for 1,000 Poornas to bloom and bring in social transformation.
More on that after a short break.